Hey, everybody. I hope everybody out there is doing well today. I am going to do a video today about researching potential employers to determine if they're a good place to work. Is there anything worse than accepting a new position, being super excited, and thinking that you've joined a company that provides you and your new coworkers with a great employee experience, just to learn a few short weeks later that the company isn't a good place to work? Maybe your manager is a jerk, or maybe the culture and environment isn't what you were told it would be. Whatever the case may be, working for a crappy employer drains your quality of life. Believe me, I know. So today, I thought it would be valuable for everyone to discuss how to research a company before making any life changing decisions. But before we get into it, please do me a solid and like this video, share it, and then subscribe to the channel. It's the best thing you can do to help me continue making videos that will help you navigate the modern workplace. All right, so before applying or even before accepting a role with a new company, it is in your best interest to do research about the company before applying or accepting the role. Finding an employer that matches your definition of a good place to work can be a tremendous improvement on your quality of life. If you're in a position to not settle, then it is in your interest to do the research and wait. Now, I get it. Maybe you're unemployed right now and you're desperate to find something that will pay the bills. And in that case, of course, don't delay, accept the role, start getting paid. But if you hate it where you accepted the position, do some research and continue your job search until you find something that you will enjoy. Life is too short. Think about and define what would make you happy in a job. Is it a focus on work life balance? Is it important to you that you have enough time off from work to enjoy your hobbies, to enjoy your family outside of work? Are you interested in professional development so that you can continue to grow professionally? Is there a specific industry perhaps in which you'd want to work? Maybe healthcare or some other industry in which you're serving people. Once you define those, then you can go ahead and start doing your research, trying to find companies that match what you believe would make a good employer. So, the first place that I would look is simply by looking at the company's job ad and look at the description of the company that the company put in their ad. Is there even a description? Maybe the ad is real short and just has the job title and how to apply and a short job description. Does the description include any type of verbiage about a focus on their people? Another thing to look at are the pay rates or the pay ranges published. Nowadays, most companies that understand current best practices in recruitment advertising will post the pay ranges. Companies that don't include their pay rates in their job advertisements may be communicating that the pay rates are so low, publishing them would lead to fewer applicants than they'd get without publishing the pay rates. Or another reason the pay rates aren't published is because they're hiding the starting pay rates from their current employees. Finally, they simply don't know or understand best practices for recruiting. Another thing that you can look at is there an equal employment opportunity statement in the job advertisement? If there isn't, I guess you'd have to question the quality of the company's HR function, or if they're simply not committed to providing equal opportunity to everyone. Another thing that you can do to research the company is to research publicly accessible information about the company. And what I've found is efficient is to ask ChatGPT or another AI to scan the internet for lawsuits the company has been involved in over the past 10 years. Are there lawsuits filed against the company by former employees? Are there lawsuits from customers? This information can tell you if the company plays by the rules. Of course, common sense needs to be applied here. Larger businesses like Walmart are more likely to have public information about legal actions that they're involved in. Public comments about the company made by former and current employees is another publicly accessible source of information. You can search that in ChatGPT as well. I would strongly advise that in whatever prompt you're using, that you be sure to tell the AI to include comments from Glassdoor and Indeed. Those two platforms have the largest number of company reviews that you're going to find on the internet. It's reasonable to say people that are disgruntled will be more likely to get on websites like Glassdoor and Indeed and bash the company. That may be true, but I think it's important to remember that these people are disgruntled for a reason. And if you see a company that has the majority of their reviews being negative, the people that got on that website to provide that negative review did so because, yes, they're disgruntled, but there's a reason they're disgruntled, and there would be a reason why so many people would be disgruntled with the company. If the feedback on these sites about the company is more positive than most, I think it's safe to assume there are people happy with their job at the employer. Otherwise, why would they get on these websites and provide a review? Another source of information is through LinkedIn. You can go onto LinkedIn and research the company and view the company's official posts. And what you'd want to look for here, are there a lot of posts related to recognizing their people, their employees? How about posts about their culture? Is there anything? So what does your gut tell you about these posts? Are they BS or are they sincere? Are the posts in line with the other information you've been able to find about the company? Another thing you can do on LinkedIn is identify the company executives and view their posts. Do the executives post about the company's people, or do they just post about themselves? Again, what does your gut tell you about the individual's posts? Another way that you can assess a company is during the interviewing process. So how was the interviewing process? Were you made to feel welcome and looking forward to your visit? Or did the manager make you wait long past the time the interview was supposed to start? I was once invited in for an interview at a company, and I literally sat there for 45 minutes after we were supposed to start. And I simply got up and walked out, knowing that if that's how they treat people that are trying to join their team, then I couldn't imagine how they would treat people that already work for them. Regarding the interviews, the questions that they were asking, did they seem to be prepared before the interview, or were the interviewers, were they just winging it? Were they asking questions that were not related to your ability to do the job, but instead probing for information related to a protected characteristic such as religion or national origin? Although political affiliation is not a protected characteristic, did the questions feel like the interviewer was probing to learn your politics? Are you okay with that? Your political affiliation has no bearing on your ability to do most jobs that exist out there. So, personally, I would question that. So, what if you've completed a thorough check on the company and find they may not be a great place to work, but you still go through the entire interviewing process and receive an offer that is above your expectation? It's okay to turn away from a company with pay rates above market or above your expectations if it means you're turning down a miserable work experience. In many cases, there's a reason the company is forced to pay above market. In some cases, the company is forced to pay above market because executive leadership isn't smart enough or they're too egotistical to admit their management style sucks. You see that quite a bit. Life is too short to spend working for companies that provide a bad work experience. Trust me when I tell you, or maybe you already know, the years are going to fly by. Put yourself in a position in which you feel valued and surrounded by decent people. If it's Saturday evening and you're already loathing returning to work on Monday, you may want to begin looking for a better place to work using the research pointers we just discussed. So, if you feel like this video is helpful, please like and subscribe. Again, your support will help me be able to continue doing videos like this with the goal of helping you navigate the modern workplace. And sincerely, thank you for watching. Take care.